currently going through, about 15 to 20 hours of overall footage. Editing just takes forever. So I will be dropping those videos here shortly, but just wanted to get this video out prior to getting my riding videos out. This video is going to be like a first impressions, a feedback, a review video of High Lifter Mud Nats 2021 at Hillarosa ATV Park in Blevins, Arkansas. My first impressions, when we first got to the park, we paid the guy and he's like, all right, so what you want to do is now you want to turn around and exit the park. And me and my wife were looking at each other confused, like, what? Because there's another parking lot, which was the Magnum lot. Here's the front of the ATV park. We're all the way in the back. So there's no way of getting through there in a vehicle and trailer. So you had to basically go around, which is cool, but again, kind of throws off, you get to the park and the guy's already telling you need to leave. You need to go about a mile and a half down the road, make a right at the stop sign, and then 100 feet, you'll make another right. So it's just one of those things that kind of threw you off. And then when we get there, we're trying to find our spot. The guy told us where our spots were, which is cool. Shout out to him, appreciate that. But like the spots, we had 2 reserved spots. The spots weren't really marked. I mean, they're marked with those like little pink flags. You couldn't see the number on them. They're, to me, kind of useless would be a good word for them. So you kind of just felt like you parked as close as you thought you could park. There's no map. There's no map given out to us at the entrance saying, hey, you're on 112, 113, here's a map. Cool, there's none of that. So it's just, to me, kind of hindsight, I felt like it was, I felt like the overall whole event, some of this stuff was kind of just thrown together. No place to rinse off your ATV. Now, some of you guys were saying on TikTok in my comments saying, well, what was the point of you actually went to an ATV park and got muddy and you're complaining? No, I'm complaining about the time that it's now taking me to rinse off my ATVs. As you get older, you'll realize time is important. Time is more important than money. You can get more money, you can make more money, you can go to work longer, you can get a better job, you can have multiple jobs, multiple streams of income. That gives you more money. As much money as you have, like Bezos, richest man in the world, he can't buy more time. So the point I'm making is if they had in a rinse off bay there, or a lake or river where we're able to wash our ATVs off, then that would reduce the amount of time that I'm spending at home rinsing the ATVs off. So that's the point I was trying to make. For such a big event, you would assume that there'd be places to rinse your bike off, and there wasn't. Other parks have that, and so it's just it's a nice amenity for us as consumers to be able to go get filthy muddy, don't have to worry about it because I can go through the wash bay, get some of that mud off. So then I know when I'm coming home, I got, at least 50% of the mud off, and I'm not taking home, 50, 60 pounds of mud that I'm having to scrape off the ATVs and off the trailer. So that was the point I'm trying to make, is by having a rinse bay there for everybody to use, it reduces our time at home cleaning these machines off. I know they're gonna get muddy. That's the whole point we're going out there. But the point I'm trying to make is that it reduces my time in cleanup, so that I'm not out here, or my bro or everyone else is not out here until 8 o'clock at night cleaning these ATVs off, when we could have been in the house maybe at 3 p.m. and had 5 more hours with our family or with work we have to catch up on, or 5 more hours where I'm able to edit videos, start editing videos. If you're out here all day on Sunday cleaning up after the ride, you don't want to go inside, and you just want to go take a shower and go right to bed. So that's the point I was trying to make. By them not having a wash bay for everyone to use, or a clean off area, or a lake or anything to clean these ATVs off, it would have reduced my time when I came home. Also, by having a wash bay or a rinse off area, or a ATV car wash, as Muddy Bottoms has, my people's bikes, my bike and other bros' bikes wouldn't be overheating on the trails and going into limp mode. Why is it going into limp mode? Because we've been there for 3-4 days. We're going through mud. Even with a rad relocation kit, it's still going to kick up mud, and you're going to get mud on the radiator, and at some point it's going to overheat. You have mud clogged all in the engine, all in the axles and your brakes, and so mud's just basically caking the engine in, and the engine's trying to breathe. It's trying to breathe through a radiator, and it's like someone holding a cloth over your face. You're trying to breathe. Obviously, you at some point might pass out if you're going to have to try to run. The third thing I want to discuss is the bounty hole. There was no signs for where the bounty hole was, so me, even talking to Fresh and Arkansas Jeff, we're all like, where's the bounty hole at? No one knew. You know, there was no sign saying, hey, bounty hole this way, showers this way. You know, we're following the crowd, and it did take us about 20, 30 minutes to even get to the bounty hole, if not maybe a little bit longer. And so you got to think about it, you're spending 20, 30 minutes going hopefully to the bounty hole, and then you find out maybe that's not the way to go. So, I mean, at what point, I mean, it's just something that would have been nice to at least have a sign, you know, confirming that we're going the correct way, and also realizing how far away it is. It was, maybe all parks are like this, but the bounty hole was out all the way in East Bumble. So it's just something to take into consideration when you're going to the bounty hole. It's probably gonna take you 30, 40 minutes to get there, if not a little bit longer. So that was my issue with the bounty hole. It was just so far out there. Again, maybe all parks are like this, I don't know. It just took forever to get there, you know, because basically you're crossing two bridges, which basically only have one-way traffic. And so it just took a while to get there, and I wish there were signs at least to lead us there. So for such a big event, I guess we were expecting certain amenities to be in place. I felt like some of those things were dropped, or the ball was dropped on them, or it was like an afterthought. One of the things that I wanted to bring up was, you know, the showers. The best way I can explain it would be, you know, after I took a shower, I felt like I had to take another shower. Now, some of you guys, again, you might not wash your ass when you go to these events all weekend. That's fine. That's your prerogative. My prerogative is I like to at least get clean after, you know, we're there for about 3-4 days. I do like to take a shower once in a while, get, you know, wash all that mud off, that stench. So the showers, you know, like I said, it kind of felt like after you took a shower, I felt like you had to take another shower. So and that's not just coming from our group, that was coming from some other individuals that my wife and I spoke to. They came all the way down from Virginia, and they were not impressed with the shower situation. So when you have people traveling that far to your event, I think it's important to have these amenities in place for these individuals that might want to shower. You know, the showers were in the back of a tractor trailer, you know, but there's mud everywhere. So it's kind of like you got muddy going into the shower, and then you got muddy coming out of the shower. You know, it just, to me, I think the best way, this was our first high lifter event, so maybe not all high lifter events are like this. To me, it just felt like an afterthought, like, oh crap, we need showers. Oh, go ahead, grab, you know, Johnny Bo's trailer. We'll run some ducking in it, hook it up to a water pump, call it a day. That's kind of how I felt like it was. Again, some of you guys might not care. You know, you might not even shower all weekend. Well, I like to wash my ass. So that to me was one of those things that was like, oh, this is what we're doing, you know. All right, guys, that's just another day hanging out with your boy PA. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.